Hi, welcome to Max's Mad Mythic Mercenaries. I am your humble Dungeon Master, Cameron. We are here to play a game of Waterdeep Dragonheist presented by Arbitrary Hero. And before we go forward, let me introduce my friends. Say hello, friends.
Hello,
Hello,
friends.
First, we have a man who puts bros and hoes before foes. The man from Waterdeep will roll you 6 feet deep. It's Rolan G. Rolan, played by Nate. Nate, how's it going?
Not too bad. Just enjoying some blustery yet warmer weather here in wonderful North Dakota. Went for a big old road trip yesterday. Drove around, I don't know, the western half of North Dakota and back.
Northwestern Dakota. I love it.
Yeah, kind of went in a big old upper left ring.
Awesome. Whether you're a Seaward Scholar or a Dockward Brawler, she'll help those in need from afar. It's Our Lady of Shadow and Light, Alu Drake, or Alu, played by Cherie. Cherie, how's life treating you?
So tired. I apologize in advance for all the yawning I'm going to be doing on the camera.
It's going to
I'm
be
good.
a sleepy Alu stream. She's
I just got back from a work trip, so.
the time travel really hits Alu hard on the jet lag, the time
It
lag.
does.
Yeah. She's negative 5,000 time zones.
Yes.
Off like a rocket, he helps make mechanical wonders tick, protecting the City of Splendors as Sprocket. 3 feet of valor stands Spev Spacklestick. Spev, played by our friend Danny. Danny, what's new with you? What's Gucci?
Everything's Gucci, you know? Things are going good in the workshop. I got a dog on the on the docket, and it's a beautiful day in Cincinnati. Things are in bloom.
Yeah, for me, I've definitely been enjoying the weather. Yesterday, I basically canceled most of my plans, and we just enjoyed Asian Food Fest. It was real nice.
Hell yeah.
We hung out together.
Nice.
She refreshes those around her like a gentle breeze, but has the power to set you aflame with the greatest of ease. So tread lightly, go delicately if you wish to speak to Our Lady Holly. Holly's Go Delicately, played by the lovely Hannah. Hannah, how's your weekend been?
Really nice. I got to spend time with my husband, which was great. We went to Asian Food Fest and we hung out with our friend Tom, and we celebrated Max's early retirement.
Yeah, the Max from Max's Mad Mythic Mercenaries. He's retiring early to enjoy some family time, and I think how hard he's worked at his company is very well deserved.
How is he retiring?
He has come into a large sum of money, enabling him to retire.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Toledo.
Huh? Yeah.
Holy Toledo. Good for
Yeah.
Max.
He's come out of his glen to avenge his wife's death so barbaric, he'll butcher you while staying zen. It's the wood elf, not drow, Fen Merrick Fen, played by the loveliest of lovelies, Ian. Ian, how's things been treating you? You've been playing the new Star Wars game?
Yeah, Jedi Survivor plays like ass on PC, so that sucks.
That's what I hear.
And patch version 1.09 of Elden Ring broke all my mods, so things are great over here on the PC side for Ian.
All
Good
you have
stuff.
to do is live another week and a half, and then all of our answers are. It's gonna be like we're
All of
gonna
our
shut
problems
this
will be
down.
washed away.
Monday night stream Zelda. Tuesday
Can't wait.
night stream Zelda.
Yeah.
Wednesday night stream Zelda. Thursday night we're gonna take a little break. Friday night stream Zelda.
And I cannot wait for the greatest game of all time to run at 20 frames per second. That's gonna be so much
So
fun.
good.
It's just I'm so excited for it. Well, and eventually you'll get it on the Steam Deck, and then you can
Eventually.
dink around. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine it'll be that long, right? They'll crack it up in like a month, or I don't know how long it took Breath of the Wild.
I mean, I'm sure you could probably boot it up right away, but it's not going to be very optimized. So it'll run at 20 frames on Switch and 18 frames on Steam Deck for a while.
Gotcha. For a while, yeah.
Sure.
Our current campaign is Waterdeep Dragonheist, set in the City of Splendors, Waterdeep. In fact, we are now in Waterdeep. Before, we were in Nimoar's Hold, which was the Waterdeep, pre-Waterdeep of the 900s. You all, as you kind of let go of the days that time travel puts on your body, and you look around, you see yourselves in a familiar place in a sprawling Waterdeep. This is the first open lord of Waterdeep, Aghairon. Aghairon the wizard. His office and you see in front of you all him arguing with a man that you've come to recognize. You all know and love, Artor Morlin, the bloody Baron himself. So you don't know necessarily what time you're in, but last time you were in like what 940-ish, and Aghairon was like a pimply-faced teenager, kind of had that like the dirt stash, couldn't grow it in now. He seems older, a little more filled out. He's got a decent looking beard. Artor hasn't changed much. He hasn't changed much in the last several hundred years because he's, as we know, a vampire. But you're in this like circular office space. There's magical light flooding the office, and you kind of find yourselves just having recently manifested at the front door, or I guess on the other side of the door. So you're in the room with these two, and you hear that they seem to be deep in conversation about the wards as you are coming into existence. What do you all want to do?
Should we announce ourselves? Seems kind of rude to just appear on a man's throne without a warning.
What are they saying as we walk in? Anything catches our ears here, or what?
Yeah, you know what? Let's. This will be a good opportunity. Why doesn't everyone give me a perception check? And this will be basically like how it represents how quickly you're able to pick up on things as you're like the ear pressure is still like fucking with you, and you're still disoriented and everything from the time travel.
Alu can read anyone's lips that she can see.
Yes, but this is like her being fucked up from time travel, representing her like normally she'd
summoning
be able to
sickness.
catch this up. Yeah.
So
let's see.
Rolan and Spev, travel well.
Yeah.
They traveled a lot as a kid. Do it for work.
Just immediately like pukes and rallies. Just like gets it out of the way with real quick.
That's about.
Yeah.
It's back to drinking.
Yeah.
They mentioned magic wards. I'm paying attention.
It's you recognize. I'd say so. You hear them talking about wards. Spev, you quickly realize they're not talking about magic wards. They are talking about the wards of the city. This is a meeting in which Aghairon is trying to define the wards of the city. And as you all know them, there's like the Dock Ward, Trades Ward, Castle Ward, North Ward, Sea Ward, I forget what the last one is, the Farming Ward or whatever. The bullshit one that we're never going to visit because it's basically like fucking Long Island, like who goes there? The Field Ward, that's it. So those are the and the City of the Dead. Those are like the main wards of the city. And Aghairon's like talking about like restructuring things. He's struggling with names. He keeps calling one. He's like, well, there's a Castle Ward, and then we'll call it the East Castle Ward. Artor's like, that's stupid. And Artor is very insistent in the bits that you, Spev and Rolan, are able to quickly pick up on. That like his vision of this like centralized city plan is kind of useless because right now people aren't safe. Artor is talking specifically about how, hey, if you give me some of your, if you let me have a say in the city's future, I will go to town on these vampires that are threatening the citizens over in the East Castle Ward. And that's kind of when you all finish popping into existence, and they both turn and notice the two of you.
I just quickly whisper under my breath, vampires in the East Castle Ward? Is that something like historical we knew about, that like the city became under attack by vampires at one point?
You don't need to roll a check. This is not necessarily this is not something you'd know about. Whatever it is, it doesn't seem to have been a big important historical event. It's just, one of the many troubles that any large populous city has to deal with in
every city's got vampires.
Yeah,
got it.
It's like, it's like rats. Like you just get an infestation. Like fucking what are you gonna do? But yeah, so you all pop in, and you now have their attention. Artor turns, and Aghairon, it takes them a moment, but they seem to recognize you, and they said, fancy seeing you here again. What brings you to the Waterdeep Castle?
Truly, we have no idea, but I think it has something to do with my ring. And I show him the ring.
Give me an Arcana check, Spev.
Oh, I'd love to. Yowzer. 11.
Your ring is reacting to something in this room, but you can't really tell what it is.
Okay.
And play some hot and cold.
Yeah, yeah. I just start waving it around with my 1 foot long arm reach.
Sure. You start doing that. Artor is like looking at you like you're crazy. But eventually you're able to play like Minesweeper enough that you like Aghairon, like you start getting close to Aghairon and you realize the ring's and he kind of like slaps your hand away and he's like, "What are you doing?"
Oh, sorry. I really thought I was onto something with that. Don't mind me. I crawl out from underneath his desk.
But you with that you're able to identify it is he's wearing this red and black cloak, and that is what is reacting for whatever reason. It doesn't seem to be a ring that he has anymore. It's the cloak now.
Interesting. Okay. I think I'll just ponder that for a minute.
While you're doing that, Artor says it's actually fortuitous that you've shown up. There is work to be done to ensure the safety of the citizens if you're looking for work to do.
Holly Reese steps up and she's like, "Okay," because she'll just do whatever he asks.
Gotcha.
She's
Same.
crushing on him real hard.
Same.
Yeah.
All right, what needs doing?
Yeah, Artor says there's a block of 4 manors in the East Central ward. It's on my to-do list to go there. I've located some vampires. I was going to clear them out, but if you happen to be here, there's other tasks that draw my attention. If you clear them out, I'm sure we can reward you properly.
Are
I
they
was gonna be like, by the fire of Aodon, it will be done. Just feeling a little Princess Bridey.
Nice.
are they rival vampires?
Give me an insight check. He reacts to that in a way you're not 100% sure you can tell what his reaction to that is. But he starts for a moment and he says, "Oh, I mean, not rivals. They're vampires, and the city can't have any vampires in it."
So when Holly says that out
Not
loud,
even one.
when Holly says that out loud, Ollie would be like really watching his reaction. Should I do insight or perception check to see if I...
Oh yeah, you can give me an
Anything
insight
more?
also. Yeah, Alu, give me an insight. 100% he doesn't want other vampires in his turf. Like he's presenting it to Aghairon as like, "Hey, I will do this for you if you..." So in the future Artor is going to be one of the masked lords of Waterdeep.
Right.
Waterdeep has a council of lords. Most of them are masked. There's only one open lord at any time. That's kind of the mayor, and then there's like the city council, but it's anonymous. Artor gets his way onto the council at some point in the future. This might be how he does it. But from his perspective, it's, I'm the only one that's allowed to eat people.
Fair.
Yeah,
I think they'll prefer it that way too.
Yeah, Hollywood is like, understood. Of course, there should not be any vampires in the area, ever.
I'll just
You said something about a reward. Is that negotiable?
Artor kind of looks to Aghairon and like Spev, unconsciously your hand has just been, with the ring on it, has just been kept being drawn to his cloak. Aghairon says, "Fuck it, like, you want my cloak, you clear them out, you get my cloak. How's that sound? Just get out of here."
Neat.
Scram.
Chases me with a broom.
Yeah.
Sweeps me out the door. Oh shit, that sounds like a deal.
Okay, yeah.
It seems like a dope cloak.
Okay, well, that's not what I wanted, guys, but it's fine. We got the cloak. Let's go get these fucking vampires. Jesus.
What did
and
you want,
Reese
Holly?
goes and stomps off.
Yeah.
Just wanted a hotel room with Morlin there.
Aghairon hands, like, he'll bundle up his cloak and kind of toss it to Spev.
Sure, we don't even have to do the job.
It is a cloak of protection.
Oh, nice.
Oh, dope.
I
I'll hand it over to Holly.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I
Yeah,
feel like maybe
it's
Holly
really
should wear that.
I was
the
gonna say
regality
maybe
suits you.
Ben should wear it.
I think Fen already has one.
Really? You have one? Doesn't seem
Ian,
like it's doing its job.
You're muted, Ian.
You're muted.
I know it doesn't seem like it, guys, but I do actually have one. I've had one for quite a while, in fact, and I've died many times while
I
wearing
know.
it. Can I wear a second one? Will that give me extra protection?
I don't
No,
think it works.
They stack.
Wear one on the back like a
How
cape
does
and
the
one on the
cloak
front like a bib.
Does the cloak of protection increase your like hit points or something?
Poncho
No,
of
Nice.
protection.
It gives you +1 to AC and +1 to any saves you roll.
You know, I was kind of hoping that no one would ever
Pretty cool.
remember that I had one, because now I don't have really any excuse at all.
It's no, that just really highlights exactly how badly the rest of the team have been failing you. Including the fact that Alu murdered you.
I'm happy to look at it that way. If everyone else is on board with that interpretation, that works for me.
100%.
I think that's the truth.
But yeah, so we can head. I guess if you are heading over, you see, like as you leave the Waterdeep Castle, you're in the Castle Ward, and you see a city that's definitely on the rise. Last time you were here, if you remember, it was just like that southern part of the coast was Nimoar's Hold. This is about 100 years or 90 years after 90 years almost after the Troll Wars. You're seeing the landscape that had been burned badly before in kind of that initial battle of the Second Troll War. They just use that as an opportunity to clear out land, and buildings have been popping up everywhere. It's still not as densely populated as the Waterdeep you know today, but you're seeing the bones of it being laid out in these roads and things like that. Artor basically told you all that, like, hey, it's this block. It's not a name you recognize. The names of streets and things have obviously changed over the centuries, but it wouldn't be too much trouble to find your way over to the East Castle Ward and find these townhouses if that is where you're heading. Or do you want to do something else in the meantime?
I just feel like, reminder, as we're making our way through the city, Ollie is setting up small shrines. She's blessing people with the fire of Aghairon. She's committed.
Yeah, give me, you know what? Let's take care of some bookkeeping stuff since last time. I believe every time the rules I said was every time you time travel, it counts as a long rest. So if you haven't already, everyone takes a long rest from the last time. And then I have all your stats saved from the present. So when you go back there, it'll reset to what you were before you time traveled. And then Alu, in addition to the long rest, you can let's give me a religion check, this time with advantage, because in each time period so far, you've done something proactive about expanding the cult. A 14. Okay. It's still definitely a cult status, but as you walk through the city, you see a couple people responding to your sign of Aodon in kind with their own. If you wanted to, you could spend some time, maybe go to a library or somewhere and do a little research to see what has happened over the centuries.
She does want to do that.
We can absolutely do that. In addition, this does count as a new day, so anyone who has like the wand charges, the woven ring, you get those, like, the charges back. Holly Rees, you get your portents, two new portents for today, kind of thing. So we can take care of all that.
That's right.
Does it only count as one new dawn?
Yes.
Okay, so the woven ring is not at full power, but it's most of the way there.
Yeah.
Cool. I think that's the only
I rolled two
one.
d20s for my portent.
Yes. Same with whatever else you get back, luck points or any of that fun stuffs.
That is weird. There's no sweeping way to reset all of your items. Do you have to just do them all individually?
I think so. Oh, okay. So Holly Reese, you got a 6 and a 13,
Yep.
which means a 6 you can give to an enemy to make them miss, most likely, and a 13 you can give to an ally to make them hit after they miss or something.
Yep.
Good stuff.
Okay, it does not say when this resets.
Which one?
My repulsion shield as an artificer.
Uh,
Okay, it said in the book 1d4 at daily, so I only had one charge, so that one's back up. Cool.
Awesome. Any other things people need to do accounting wise before we enjoy a little slice of Waterdeep in the past?
I'm good.
I think I'm ready.
I think I'm all set.
Awesome. So, and a lot of this is theater of the mind because I did not make like an old version of Waterdeep map. That would have been too much energy.
Yeah.
But
Oh, real quick, who's taking the cloak of protection?
yes.
How-
I have it.
All right, cool.
We've long rested, done all your time travel stuff. Where do you want to go next? You know the general location of these 4 townhouses to investigate that have vampire sympathizers or vampires in them. Do you want to go there? Do you want to go check out some part of the city elsewhere? You could go do some shopping right now. Inflation might be a factor in what you can afford versus the modern day.
Yeah.
Dude, I should have asked about Hallister, see how he was doing.
Can I invest in a company that I know will be successful later?
There's a thriving company called Xanathar's Guild. It's primed and poised to be a big player in the market.
Mm-hmm.
You could definitely give them some gold if you wanted to.
Yeah, right.
It's a bad idea.
It's going to be real awkward when we get back to the present and we have to deal with his whole fish
He's
thing.
just got even more magic items.
Yeah.
What you need to do is find a young version of yourself and give him a sports almanac.
Exactly. That's but
This
I
is-
think
this
we're
is like 300 years too early, but
yeah, at least
I
for
mean,
me.
I am a half elf.
That's true. You might live long enough to
Yeah.
potentially pull that off, but you're pretty young too.
Are the Steel Shadows and Company, like, are they around yet?
Steel Shadows and Company?
That was Jalister Silvermane's company. Or he has a rep who's working with that company.
I don't know what you're talking about, and I'm not saying that you're not saying something correct. I may have forgotten. Can you?
In my notes, Jalister Silvermane, is a representative of the Lord's Alliance,
Yes.
and he has a representative working with a company called Steel Shadows.
Damn, Hannah, you're taking some notes over there.
STEEL. Like the construction thing. Metal.
Oh shit. Yeah. Well. Okay. So this is. Did you get this off the wiki?
No, I wrote it down.
Okay. Yeah, I'm on the fucking D&D wiki right now. Jalister was born in Cormyr, and for a time he worked for the Steel Shadows Mercenary Company until some years before he and several members of the group left the Dales and settled in Waterdeep. You know what? This is like such an ass pull, but I feel like I kind of gotta yeah.
Because then Holly Reese can tell Rolan, look, we don't want to invest in the Xanathar's Guild, but maybe we can invest in this other company and no one will be the wiser. And then that way you can get a little money and I'll stop bleeding dry for a hot second.
Okay. This is me making something up on the spot. I kind of love this idea. If you all wanted to, you could find, this is like, we'll say this is in our version of Waterdeep, this is the early years for the Steel Shadows Mercenary Company. You do know by reputation they will become very big in Cormyr in the future. If you wanted to you need to like put an investment together to give them, like an angel investment infusion of some gold, and then you set your terms, and when you come back to the future, I will roll. What would be a good roll to represent this?
Percentile?
6.
Percentile. I was gonna make it like some sort of skill check, but yeah, maybe a percentile check. We'll
I'll
roll.
lose in.
We'll roll. I'm gonna roll 2d100s, and the total number is the total value of your investment. So if you invest 100 coins and I roll 2d100s and I get 200, you now have 200 coins. If I roll 2d100s and I get a total of 50, your investment actually shrank to 50. Does that make sense?
Oh, shit.
It's kind of 50-50 on which direction it goes. But yeah, we can do an investment like that.
What if you roll 2d100s and one of them is a 50 and one of them is 100?
Then your investment would be 150. I'm adding the numbers together.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should multiply.
No, you're not getting. There's no chance of 5,000.
Really trying to hard counter that blue dragon thing you're trying to keep.
It should be a percentage of the investment that we've made. Like, so
That's
if
what
we
I'm
get 100
saying.
coins and we rolled a 50, that it would be like it would be 50%. So like it would be 150 that we make, right? Because you're making 50% what you made, so 50%
I
of.
don't know. Is it
stock
outpacing
market
inflation?
The stock market isn't guaranteed, and it says specifically on the wiki, it says the Steel Shadows was a mercenary group originally based in Shadowdale, but by 1491 they had broken up. So in my mind, I'm representing the risk of you not getting your money out in time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll say this. We'll do three D100s. So
Jesus.
So the odds are an average roll, your investment will grow by 50%, but it could grow by up to 300%, or it could shrink down to 3% of your investment. That's
fine.
range.
I say that's more than fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works. I'm in.
All right.
All right.
How much we throwing down on this, guys?
I'll chip in 100.
I've got, yeah. Do we all want to put down a Hyundai?
Yeah, that's fine.
I was actually going to do a similar idea, but I invest in the Temple of Hall of Inspired Hands instead, as just sort of putting down money and knowledge to help them out. So I don't know that I'm in on this deal.
All right, so 400 then.
400 gold pieces. So it could, does Fen want to put anything in?
Yeah, he says that's why I said 400.
Oh,
We both. I think
everyone is doing everyone is doing 800
everybody except
Spev. Got it.
Who's doing his own thing.
Well, real quick, is the Hall of Inspired Hands like a thing yet that I could invest in, or are they not even around yet?
We'll say they're. I don't think that area's been built up yet, so that won't be there yet.
Okay, cool. Then I'll throw a hundo in too.
You know enough history about the Hall of Inspired Hands. You know it comes in like in the year 1200 or something.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that I'm into.
I just want to make one amendment. Fenn's not great with money. He also doesn't have a lot of expectation that he's going to live much longer. So he's going to do 200, not 100.
Okay. So everyone take notes of your share. Everyone's got 100.
Because he's used to being poor anyway.
Everyone's put in 100 into the pot except Fen, who's put 200.
200.
I have a note that the group has put in 600 GP, and then when we get to the present day, we're going to roll 3 D100s, and that 600 could grow up to 1,800, or it could become 20.
Yes.
or anywhere in between.
Can I also just point out, for anyone who hasn't noticed, this is what Cameron looks like when he's shook. Because he can't get over the fact that Hannah knows more about D&D than he does.
Yeah, that one.
Hannah,
good.
You fucked him up with this. That was good.
If
love
you
to see
notice,
it.
I'm
Brilliant. It's
yeah,
brilliant.
I love it. I'm grinning because I did not account for time travel shenanigan bullshit. So both
So proud.
There's so much shenanigan bullshit happening.
Hannah, Cherie, and Spev have done some. Fuck it, like we're taking it easy. This is directed to the audience. So our plan is to end the campaign at the end of Waterdeep Dragonheist when when that ends, that would be the end of the campaign. But Danny has planted the seeds of a really, really fun Dungeon of the Mad Mage campaign now.
Oh god.
The idea
Yeah.
of going into Undermountain and fucking Hallister Blackcloak like remembering you all and you like having inside knowledge of Undermountain is such a fun idea. We'll see.
Inside baseball.
Yeah, once we're done with this campaign, we'll talk about what we might want to do next. But maybe we do something else and then we come back to that idea in the future at some point, because that would just be really fun. And then yeah, like Alu's shenanigans with going back in time to get the Aeodon cult grown in the future in the present is really cool. This is cool. Yeah, I'm loving this stuff. Okay. So you spend, we'll say you spend some time, you go, you kind of check your notes, you figure out what the best company to invest in. It's the Steel Cloak Mercenary Company. You go, you meet with them, and these are not names that you'd recognize or anything, but you recognize the beginnings of the company, and you give them an angel investment, a cash infusion of 600 gold pieces, which is a decent amount of money for sure, to kind of jumpstart. They're like, oh shit, well we'll upgrade our gear and things like that. So we'll check in on what happens there.
I feel like we should also include this eradication of vampires under their umbrella to grow their name and notoriety.
Get them to help us out.
Sure, you sign on something like, hey, we're gonna do this and you're gonna take credit for it, and they kind of squint at you and whatever, but they're like, they're not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. Absolutely. Awesome.
If we do this too well, we might make a small, potentially problematic army down the road that they become their own kind of sovereign power.
Yeah, you come back into Waterdeep and it's just run by this. No, I won't. We'll
We're kings!
Who's Biff?
Yeah. Okay. So with that taken care of, did anyone else want to do anything in the city? I heard someone mention checking in on Hallister.
Oh yeah, I did. Of course.
Is there any? If we're gonna go vampire hunting, do we want to prep that?
Yeah, that might be a good idea. For checking on Hallister, Spev, I'll say give me an investigation check. You're just like following up on rumors of Hallister around the city. You can do an investigation, or you could do an Arcana check if you're like going throughout the city checking on his old wards and things like that.
Yeah, I like that idea. I'll do our Arcana. Let's go. Hey, 21.
Nice. Yeah, you go to the old ward locations and you see that they have been retuned. So after the events of the Troll War, you see that at some point in the last 100 years, Hallister came back and retuned them to their original purpose. That gives you a strong sign that he is in Undermountain now, and he's using the wards to protect the various like traps and entrances into Undermountain that he's seeded throughout the city.
He's still got it.
Yeah.
I like Sprocket's like,
This super villain's my Sprocket's hero now, so I love it. Just incidentally.
That's so good. Well, I don't know that he's a villain. Do you? Do we know that he's
Danny knows.
Out of character, he's what you'd call a big, bad, evil guy. But he's not really like... He's not like trying to conquer the world or worshipping evil or anything. He's just he's like a crazy, insane wizard that you just can't leave them to their own devices, because eventually they'll just nuke everything.
Break the cosmos.
Yeah.
He keeps luring adventurers in to die in his wonderful traps.
Yeah.
evil and more just doesn't think of humanity at all.
Yeah. I mean, I think if he was a real person that existed in our world, we'd call him evil for sure. But maybe in the confines of like D&D morality, I don't know. But anyway, he's a very lovable villain, and that might just be because I feel like I make him kind of cute. Like he just wants to show off his magic all the time. That may not be like super canon to how he is actually portrayed, but the way the book describes him, he's just like a mad wizard. So it's like, oh yeah, that's how I'd play a mad wizard.
Dope. I love it.
You okay?
Cool. Yeah. After I check those out, I'll meet back up with the group.
Awesome. Does anyone else want to do anything before meeting up? Heard some vampire prep stuff.
Yeah. Garlic. Whatever works in this world. I don't know. Do the typical rules for vampires
give
apply?
me religion checks. I'd say vampires are rarer in the world than like werewolves. But you still probably have heard rumors and things like that. You some of you might know some things about
5.
fighting
Jesus.
vampires. None of you have heard shit about vampires.
Except
we know that Artor is one.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, what
Ben
if
might
we
have a clue.
Yeah.
when we faced off with him at the beginning?
Well, he didn't fight you then. He kind of.
True, but what did we learn about like his?
Can I use luck on that? Can I use a lucky on that roll?
A luck point? Sure.
You have a portent that's going to help you out?
No,
I
she
don't want
also
a
has
portent
the
for
lucky
this
feat.
roll. I want lucky.
Yeah.
She just never uses
Yeah, I'm just
that
saying you want to. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying like if you have a good portent, that's a guaranteed.
I know, but I'd
As
rather
opposed
use
to reroll.
portent for an attack.
Fair enough.
Religion.
Hey,
So
Hey!
I just remembered something.
yeah, Roland, you've definitely heard of Draculas. You've heard of.
Yeah, Darkulas. What?
Yeah.
Oh wait, that sounds bad.
Yeah, you heard your cousin got bitten by a Dracula once.
Yeah.
I think you know the main things, which is they don't like sunlight, and they are undead. Those are like what Roland knows. Fen, you know a little more than that. In addition to those two things, you know that they are hurt by running water. And the definition of running water, this is not like a hose or something. This would be like if you get a vampire into a river or a stream, that is harmful to them. You also know that they are immensely strong. They're like hunting. They're essentially apex predators. They don't view other people as people. They view them as livestock. They generally have the ability to charm people. They have the ability to transform, change their shape, those sorts of things. And you know that they are vampires in this? Let me remember. Am I mixing up with werewolves? Do vampires give a shit about silvered weapons?
Yeah, you
Yes.
probably know. Tell
Yes,
us.
they do.
Do they?
At least I'm.
No, they don't. You know that
They don't.
Yeah, they are resistant. Fen, you know they'd resist necrotic energies, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks. So you basically need to hit them with a magical weapon or magic.
Interesting.
Hollyrees with a 21, like they're very strong. You think that the 5 of you, if you were fighting an actual vampire, would struggle to take down one. But you know that they create spawn. There's lesser vampires when a vampire feeds partially, and the person is killed, and if they are buried in the earth, within a day, they will come back as vampire spawn. And you think that if Artor is like not going to personally see to them, it might be like, oh, there's vampire spawn in the area versus like proper vampires. But same sorts of things. They can climb, they can charm, they can do all sorts of things. You know all that stuff too.
So I'll relay that information, but then with that being said about the spawn, is it possible for me to go back to Artor and ask, are spawn loyal to vampires that change them or partially change them?
If that vampire is still alive, you'd know that they were.
Could we go back to Artor and ask, like, if he specifically has any well, could I go privately to him and ask him privately if he has any spawn in the area that we could use to help us if there are more powerful vampires?
Yeah, I'd
Or
say
for other spawn?
give me a persuasion check.
We could get our own little army going.
Oh, nice. He seems surprisingly forthright with you, and he expressly says, "I do not leave spawn."
Mm.
I enjoy the amenities and the hustle and bustle of the city. I need no one partaking in my lifestyle other than me within the walls of Waterdeep.
Then, do you want to
That's
join
fair.
forces with us? And
He has other things. He's busy.
I
He has
guess
other
just
things to take care of. It was an
it's
idea.
gonna be
It
tough.
didn't work. We'll be okay. We'll get it done.
All right. Do we have?
It was a good idea, though, DM. Maybe
Man,
I could get some inspiration.
Man, I miss Brenda.
I don't think that that's a bad idea, Hannah.
Anyway,
Really use a
God damn
paladin
it.
right now.
No word.
Or a cleric.
Yeah.
So you said that they are, unless it's a magic attack, they're pretty much resistant to everything. I assume that includes psionic.
No, force is a specific. So the things that they resist are bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical weapons. Your psionic weapons deal force damage, so they are okay. Holly's
Okay.
magic is fine. Spev's gloves are fine. I think everyone at this point has a magic weapon.
Yeah.
Even Rolan has his Moon Touch Glaive, while not a +1 weapon, is still magical.
Mm-hmm. So it's innately meets the qualifications. And then you said necrotic is not the best. So
It doesn't help, which is
Yeah.
unfortunate.
yeah.
You said that running water specifically will hurt them. Would that include rain?
No.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, I don't have my alchemy jug. Damn.
That is a good question, though.
Well, because one of
Yeah.
my spells I
Rain.
can create or destroy water, but I could create water as rain. If I create it, it comes as rain. I asked.
Gotcha.
Well, if we find a cleric to bless the rain, they do that in Castlevania anime.
That was so good.
Yeah, it was. Or no, they blessed the river and dropped him in the river. That was it.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was a really
Wait,
cool.
are they is this nighttime? Are they nocturnal specifically, or can they be awake any time of the day?
They can be awake. You just won't find them outside during the day.
Okay.
Do you want?
Say if we can get them while they're sleeping, we might have a shot at this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You want to head
today-
over?
We should rip off the roof.
You head over to the and I guess to clarify, both Aghairon and Artor indicated this is more of an investigation. They are not telling you to go kill everyone in these homes because they don't know where exactly the vampires are.
Okay.
So this is not like a SWAT raid. That's not the
Okay.
Oh. So they talking about just killing all these vampires or driving them out? Because we might be able to either repurpose one of Hallister's wards or potentially make one of ourselves to just try to make it nasty for a vampire there.
Either or. I mean, either or. I think just getting rid of them. But I think they're vampires. They're Aghairon is definitely of the mindset of let's make sure they don't bother anyone else. We don't want to make it someone else's problem as well.
Yeah, if we drive them out of one part of the city, they might just come in another part. Okay, never mind.
Alu's happy to play the Jehovah's Witness and, bring some Aeodon worship to the door.
Yeah, so if you're going to that area now, you see 4 identical townhouses on this block, 2 on each side. Each features kind of a lavish foyer, living room, kitchen. You can tell there's multiple rooms in the homes, which is kind of atypical of the surrounding area. There's, it is sunny. It's bright sunlight above head. It's not like cloudy or anything. You see there are different signs on the houses. The first one you see is called the Helmfast Estate. The second one you see is called the Haltmark Manor. The third one is the Ghost House.
That's spooky.
Which you would recognize that last name. The I guess I've been calling them the Ghosts, the Ghost House. And then the last one is the Tespers. So the Ghosts you've met a couple times in your time travel stuff, Alu. The Ghosts, there was that guy that was from Waterdeep during the coup that you kind of convinced him to focus on the harbor shipping, that sort of thing. And then they were on the farm when he came in during the Troll Wars. They were evacuating. So you'd recognize that last name at least. The others you probably don't recognize immediately. But yeah, which of these homes would you like to check out first?
The last one again, Cameron?
The Tespers. I put them all in the Roll20 chat.
Okay, thank you. I feel like, considering I would recognize the Goths, maybe starting there. See if they need any help as opposed to obliterating them.
Yeah. We'll take you over to the Ghost House. We're kind of over on the left side of the map. So yeah, you see a multiple floor manor. If you knock on the door, there's a butler that lets you all in, kind of shutting the door behind you all. And he says, "How welcome to the Ghost House. How may I serve you all?"
Alu would launch into a spiel about how Aodon saves souls, yada yada. She's Jehovah's Witnessing it up.
Oh, he kind of nods politely, kind of listening.
And while she's doing that, she's looking around, do a percepy, see, what she sees in the area, give us some insight into the house itself.
Yeah, you can tell with a 27, you can tell that the windows and things here are pretty airtight. They've got very heavy curtains around, blocking the sunlight on the inside. Eventually, as you're kind of going on and on and on, you hear a woman kind of from the other side of a door call out to the butler, "What's taking you so long?" And she comes out, and she looks at you all and said, "Oh, I didn't know we had visitors. I am Elsa Gost. What can we do for you in Ghost House?"
Alu's really doubling down on Aodon.
Hell yeah.
And I think that at the same time, she would kind of add in, "There's danger among us, vampires, yada yada. Make sure you're right with Aodon." By the way, does she notice this thing right here that's creeping me out, Cameron?
Yeah, I don't think there's anything super special about that statue.
Is that what it is? It's creepy.
Yeah, it's just a decorative statue.
All right, cool.
Barely satanic at all.
So, she kind of brushes you off pretty quickly, like, "Hey, listen, we're not interested. Thank you so much for your time." Kind of trying to get rid of you all.
Alu might then bring, because we remember the ghost guy from the farm. She might start asking questions about their great and noble heritage.
Oh, interesting. At that, she'll start talking a little bit, and as she's talking, you all notice like her complexion. She is like kind of sickly pale. Um, she talks about she looks at a portrait and says, "This is my grandfather Tuck Gost. Our house was founded by Malkar Gost in the year whatever it was, 100 Dale Reckoning. We've been in Waterdeep even before there was a Waterdeep." She looks at you all and asks, "I don't recognize you all. Are you all evangelists?"
Ollie would be like, just me. They're really more mercenaries hired for my protection. Us evangelists, we have it hard.
She nods. She says, "Well, the butler can take care of any of your needs." And she excuses herself. I have a party I need to attend to, prepare for, and she goes into the next room. And the butler says, "So, yeah, if appreciate you stopping by, but as you can see, no trouble with vampires here."
Sir, would you be willing to provide a tour of the house?
He says, this is the entrance hall. We have, there's the dining hall over there. There's personal quarters upstairs. He says, sure, if you want to come look at the kitchen, and he'll kind of allow you all to come in the kitchen. You see there's a cook. He's working feverishly, setting up all sorts of finger foods and things like that. He says these people are touring the neighborhood and wanted to marvel at the beauty of the Gost home. The cook kind of nods and gets back to work.
Anything that they're serving cause red flags, Cameron?
Give me an investigation check.
Like fingers?
No, nothing obvious like that. Give me an investigation. I'll say with a 22, you notice that there's garlic in the food. Like they're not. But the cook says these freaking purge parties. I tell you what. And he looks at you all and he says, "Are you here for the party? I don't know why rich people do stupid shit like this." He seems pretty surly.
What's a purge party?
The butler kind of tut-tuts, but the cook continues on. He says, "Elsa Gost holds purge parties where people come in, especially the neighbors, all these wealthy folks. They come in to purge their blood. It's the latest thing. Elsa credits it with giving her, and he puts his finger quotes up, her lovely appearance. If you've noticed her complexion, they come in, they all like spend some time eating, and then they purge their blood for a little while. I don't know. It's a rich person thing, and he kind of gets back to work."
What do they just sort of let all their blood out and leave it on the floor, or someone take it, or is it just loose on the ground? You got to clean up, or is there someone cleaning up behind it? Because that's...
The cook says,
suspicious.
I don't know what we do with it. I'm back here in the kitchen the whole time.
Not my job, not a problem.
Yeah, good idea. Stay there. All right, everyone is like, ding, ding, ding.
Is there anything that Holly Reese could see in the kitchen that could possibly be used as a poison?
You want to poison the guests?
We want to poison the blood of the guests somehow.
Oh.
We want to
intercept and poison the blood.
Interesting.
So that when the vampires are trying to drink it, if the food has garlic in it and they're drinking blood, does that like trickle downstream? Or in this world, is garlic really not like a deterrent?
I guess give me an investigation check.
Okay.
Or you already did earlier with a 22. I think with a 22, you could suspect, yeah, and an 18. I think you could tell that maybe garlic is not a big deal here. Maybe it doesn't get passed in through the blood or anything like that. You look around the kitchen. I mean, this is not a time of like extreme cleaning supplies. It would probably be pretty difficult to find something to poison the blood. With you earlier, you gave me a 27 perception. You clocked stairs that went up to the second floor and stairs that went down into the basement. And you haven't really investigated those. At some point, Elsa calls the butler over to help her out, and he excuses himself. So you don't think, I think with your perception, your investigation, you don't think Elsa herself is a vampire, especially if she is doing blood draining, like if she's giving up blood. But maybe you're on the right track with the other stuff.
So it seems that might be the best time to ambush them if we want to go that route. Maybe we can kind of hire some of those mercenaries we just invested in to kind of help jump us when the vampires aren't expecting it, when they're coming around kind of early to late to the party.
Like, we're just trying to get a head count, right?
Yeah.
I thought we were supposed to be killing these guys, the vamps.
I don't think we have enough firepower.
That's why I want to bring the mercs in. I don't
Even
know. They might do a little bit better than us.
Came with us. I don't think he's got enough power to kill every single one of them all at once.
So right now you haven't found anything, but yeah, I guess if the opportunity is there to take out vampires, that's basically the job. Figure out where they are in the neighborhood and take them out.
Okay. So it's really just kind of more recon is what we should be focusing on. Or at least in the immediate future.
Can one of us sneak into the basement?
Yeah. You want to give me a stealth check? Or if all of you want to sneak in, give me a stealth check?
I was going to say, we might need to pass without trace here there, Fen.
It's always there if you guys want it.
Yes, sir.
And
I think that
are you
might
all
be the
kinda
best way to go
hanging
about
out
doing this.
with the cook as you're talking?
As well, not in front of him, but like we were asking him questions. We're not having a conversation in front of him.
So can Roland, since he's been kind of like, well, was the breakfast man and sort of like pseudo chef for the tavern before we got all the help, can he like kind of run interference and distraction by like offering to help, asking chef questions, and
yeah, while you're talking with the
of
cook and you're doing that interference, Roland, give me an insight.
Insight. All right, let's see.
Dora.
9.
9 is still enough. You can't tell exactly what he's feeling, but this guy's like terrified.
Oh, really?
He like the bluster that he had earlier was some sort of mask over, like, now that the butler's gone, he's just like focused and just kind of trying to get through his day.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Ask him if he's okay. Actually, have Holly ask him with persuasion.
I don't know if he would be honest with us. He doesn't know us, and he's busy doing work. He might just get pissed off at us for interrupting him.
Holly can ask.
They're trying to help him, and Holly's persuasive.
Okay, Holly, would you like to check on him?
Yeah.
Do so?
What do you say?
So I ask, we recognize you seem really busy. Is there anything that I can do to help you? Are you feeling okay?
Oh, me? Yeah, I'm fine. I just gotta prep for this party.
You must be pretty good at what you do.
That's why they keep me around.
I know my family, we went through a lot of chefs before we found the right one. What's your secret?
He says, I do good work. Everyone leaves the party happy.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
it.
they probably pay you pretty well too, I bet.
Yeah, it's definitely a living.
Are you... So, would Holly know if the Go Delicately family or other ancestors of hers would, like, wealthy ancestors of hers, be established in this time
I
period?
think so. I think we said that they were already established in the past, so yeah, they're established now still.
Still as the Go Delicately's?
Yeah.
So I'm a member of the Go Delicately family, and we're always looking to expand. If you were interested in seeking work elsewhere for, in my opinion, a happier and more relaxed family, we'd be more than willing to pay you 3 times what you're currently making.
He kind of avoids looking at your eyes, and he says, Elsa, there's reasons that none of the servants will leave the Ghost house. She's not one to cross if I took my services elsewhere.
Why are you afraid of her?
He kind of struggles for the words for a moment. And he looks at you all and he says, "You're some sort of adventurers. What are you really here for?"
We're helping a friend.
He says, "All right, well, I've got work to do."
We hear you might have a bit of a problem that might affect the greater hold of the city, and it sounds like you may be holding the key to help us solve this solution. So maybe if you want to do the prep work and just sort of leave for the night, we can take care of the rest. You're not crossing her, just tell her you got a bad tummy ache and you're leaving, but we will fill in for your stead.
Yeah, Roland's here is a great chef.
The cook says, well, there's some things I need from the basement if you want to go bring me up. I need some more potatoes. But I do it quietly.
You ever seen a spider cook before?
It says, no, I haven't.
Ollie would go to the basement to get some
potatoes. Is there anything in the basement we should worry about before we go to the basement?
He says, you'll see. It's down there.
Okay.
Alu rolled a 21 stealth.
Yeah, so are you all trying to go down to the basement together, or is Alu going by herself?
Or she's not going by herself. I will go with her, or at least give her some space. Just if she wants to stealth ahead, I will be within earshot in case something happens.
Yeah, so
do we want to do Pass Without Trace?
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Thank
you. Something.
It is cast.
Add another 10. Is that what I'm doing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you already rolled, so you've got a 31, Alu. You're good. With Fen having cast Pass Without Trace, everyone give me a stealth check, and we'll add 10 to it.
Excuse me.
29.
We're all doing stealth.
Yes. Basically, unless you roll a 1, you're all so quiet. You sneak around the stairs. You see Elsa is kind of berating 2 servants. She doesn't notice you all. You go down into the basement and you open the door quietly, and you see that the door to the basement locks, but it locks from the inside. It's open right now. So you have the ability to lock it behind you, but something down here has the ability to lock stuff out. And you come down into the basement, and you see there is
All right. Are you off the map, or do I have to just find you? Okay, I found you. Sorry.
Pale skin, long ears, long pointed teeth.
Oh, by the way, Ollie definitely locked that door behind us.
Awesome.
And I would have deployed my armor at some point.
Yeah, all your prep stuff. You see it's feeding on someone, and you see a above the corpse that it's feeding on hangs a ghost, a specter, and because you did so well on your stealth check, you kind of got the drop on this thing. Let's roll some initiative, and we'll have a surprise round. All right, I got Rolan, Fen, Holly, Sprocket, Cherie got. Al got a 10.
Sometimes it like I think I have it selected and I don't because it shows me my hit points, the number, and I think that I've got it selected. Sorry.
Oh, no worries. Surprisingly, even though the ghost rolled a nat 20 on the initiative, Fen goes first here because he's just that speedy of a boy. So yeah, Fen, you're down here in the dark of the basement. There's no light down here, but you have your dark vision, and you are able to sneak in and see kind of this ghost watching this vampire spawn feed on a corpse that they're clearly dead, but there's still blood in the body.
All right. We have not been detected yet, I guess.
No, you have not been detected yet.
Can we tell if this is a vampire or a vampire spawn?
I don't think you all have enough familiarity to make the distinction here, but it doesn't look like Artor Morlin. It's not like hot.
Mm-hmm. Shame that.
Damn.
Yeah, Alu looks at him and it's like, it's not fuckable. Fen, take it out.
Yeah,
It's a gross kind of vampire.
Shame.
I guess I'm just wondering, like, what is the benefit to us getting in a fight down here? What are we looking for down here? Like,
we want to kill the vampire. That's our job.
we just want to kill the vampire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, sure, I guess. And they don't see us yet, so I'm going to. I don't want to. I need concentration to maintain our stealthiness, which will get borked as soon as we start a fight anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily. You are like, you notice down here the vampire spawn is like making noise. Clearly they keep the basement insulated to prevent other people from noticing this thing. So you might be able to get through, as long as you don't like explode something, you might be able to get through this fight pretty quickly and quietly.
Okay. Since we are undetected, do I get any kind of advantage on attack if I go up to him? Do I need to?
You won't count as hidden, but basically it's surprised, which means its first turn won't count. You're gonna get a turn. Everyone's gonna get a turn, and then you're gonna get another turn before it gets to do anything. Yeah.
All right then. I'm gonna try and maximize this then, and I'm gonna get melee attack on him. Can I stand here on like next to the boxes?
Yeah, you kind of sneak over, draw your sword, and get ready to. Yeah.
All right. I am going to maintain the concentration.
Yep.
If I am able to land a hit, I'm going to use Planar Warrior instead.
Sounds good.
So I am going to attack with the longsword.
Yes.
And here we go. All right. Rolling to hit.
Oh yeah.
Hey, that's pretty good.
All right. So that hits. I'm going to roll for damage, and then I'm going to roll with Planar Warrior. Fuck me. That was an 8 damage, plus Planar Warrior is a D8, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. Nice.
All right, so
15,
8
you
damage. Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome.
8 damage plus 7.
But you also got a second attack, don't you?
I do get a second
Yeah.
attack, which I am going to do. Rolling again. Not so good that time.
The 11 isn't going to hit unless you've got something else to juice it.
I don't think I do. No.
Or if Holly wants to use a portent now.
I have guidance. That's the only extra thing I have. So I don't think.
Yeah, I can give you the 13 portent. Fan.
Oh, yeah.
So the 11 becomes a 22, which hits.
I think that will hit.
Cool. All right.
I shall
lay it on
damage
thick
again. 12 on that one.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, so 27 total.
You creep behind this vampire as it's feeding, and you slash it across the back twice. It lets out a blood-curdling scream, and yeah, it looks it looks hurt. The ghost that's watching it feed starts kind of laughing at that. Rolan, it is your turn.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, not flanking, not really. Okay, let's just lay this guy open. Let's keep going. Basic attack with my Moontouch Glaive here.
Yes.
First one, can I do that? How would I do?
13 is a miss.
13. All right. Can I throw a precision attack on that?
Oh yes, yeah.
I mean, I guess I can't. You already declared it was going to be a miss.
No,
I
but
can't.
I didn't give you the chance to decide. Go ahead. You can add.
All right, let me roll a d8. So 13 plus 2 more. 15?
15 hits.
Nice. Okay, cool. Let's do that. Or sorry, that's another to hit roll. Here's the slashing damage.
Sure, we can use that for your second attack.
Okay, I'll take it.
12 slashing, sure thing. And then plus another 2, or does the 2 apply to damage also, or just to hit?
Just to hit. Yeah,
Okay,
precision attack is just yeah.
Gotcha.
All right. So, but then the second attack does hit, even though I did it out of turn. So here's the second attack damage.
15.
That's 15 more. Bonus action. Polearm Master.
Yes.
To hit. 14.
Do you want to do anything with that?
No, I don't want to burn all my stuff.
Okay.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah. So Fen and Roland, between the two of you, you can tell you've torn this thing open. It is bloodied. It looks very badly hurt. Sprocket, your turn.
Oh, I was muted. Neat. So if he's looking bad, I don't know what this day's going to hold. I'm not going to get any crazy with my spell slots, but I am going to just use my tiny legs to run up here and get by my friend Fen. Oh, he's ugly. The vampire guy. So I'm going to go ahead and just shoot a couple lightning launchers at him.
Yes. Fen's ugly.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't see him behind the corner I was
Fen.
at.
He's ugly. It's not his fault, though. Blame his parents.
Swear I didn't mean it. 25 to hit.
That hits.
Hot diggity daffodil. All right, let's do some lightning, and I'm going to throw an extra goose that with an extra d6 on there because I can do that once per turn. All right, so total of 12 lightning damage to this pale guy.
Awesome. It looks pretty badly hurt.
Awesome. Let's go ahead and do it again. Another lightning launcher is coming his way, and that's going to be 20.
Yeah, that hits.
Dope. And some more lightning. I can't do the extra d6, so that's only 6 damage total.
Awesome.
Is he still standing?
Still standing.
All right, I'm going to raise my hand up and launch Spindle for just a second, and bonus action, fire a force shot from him. It's never hit before, and why should it now? 12?
No, it doesn't hit.
It's okay, you're doing your best, buddy. And I put him back on his charger. And
charger.
That's going to be my turn.
All right, Alu, it is your turn. And
right.
Sprocket, Fen, and Roland, when you come around, you see that there is an exit, like a trapdoor exit that seems to lead out of the house, probably from the basement.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want him going that way.
He's gonna move here.
Yes.
So we
And
know
that-
the number's 15 now, because I got a 15 and a 14, and he didn't get hit by a 14.
And Alu, you are now flanking, so you'll get to attack with advantage.
Yeah.
Roll again.
Jeez, nope. Neither
What's
of
the
those.
second one?
Oh, it didn't come out in roll 20.
Oh,
Yeah, we just see the 14.
What was the number? Oh, there it is.
hold on. It just took a
Oh.
minute.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Not good.
First, so your first attack misses.
All right. Back here.
That's for damage.
Oops, sorry. Wrong button.
No worries.
Apologies. Try that again.
There's so many buttons.
19.
19 hits.
Nice.
And that can count, so that's 17. You deal 17 damage with your bonus action.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, that vampire spawn, you plunge your dagger, your psychic dagger into its chest, and it goes down like a sack of potatoes.
Nice.
It's not breathing, it's just on the ground now.
Think, Holly, if you light it up with some fire, maybe?
Oh, so doesn't come back.
Holly, it is your turn.
Okay.
Preferably spell that's not going to hit anybody else. Since we're all standing right over it.
Yeah, I'll move closer to it and then I'm gonna use, since it's already dead, I want to use a cantrip on it, so I'll use Firebolt.
Sure. Yeah, 24 hits. 14 fire damage. Yeah, the corpse, the body burns. Anything else on your turn?
No, that's it.
All right. On its turn, it is going to stand back up as it
God damn it.
regenerates 10 HP, but it's surprised, so that's all it gets to do. Fen, your turn.
All right,
Vampires
same thing.
immune to fire.
They're not immune. No, you
I
did
think we need a
damage.
different damage type.
I'm going to do the same thing, basically, as last time.
Yep.
I shall attack again. Let's hang on, make sure my guy's selected. Attack with a longsword. I'm going to use Planar Warrior again this time,
Sure.
since it actually
that
does
hits.
more damage. All right. That's 9 plus a d8. Oop, I didn't mean to roll 2. Shit.
That's okay. That still takes it out.
Okay.
Yeah, it goes back down again.
Okay.
Anything else you want to
Didn't
do on
even
your turn?
We got to finish this dude off, right? We need fire for that.
No, it's
Fire
not
didn't work.
fire.
Fire.
I assume like wooden stakes through the heart. This is not traditional. Like,
You would assume incorrectly.
really?
Hey,
Okay.
grab one of these boxes.
I mean, here's the
Oh.
thing. Let me just look at my inventory real quick here.
Aren't you supposed to cut off the head?
No, you're thinking of Twilight vampires.
I mean,
And
I
Highlander.
A lot of things.
I have a torch. Can I break my torch in half and use that as a wooden stake?
Is in this basement.
Sure, why not? Yeah. You
I don't
break
have
your
anything else wood, so that's all I got.
Yeah,
guys.
you break your torch in half. We'll say so. You get 2 attacks per turn right now. You
Okay.
use your second attack to plunge the wooden stake. You see, you plunge the wooden stake into the vampire's cold, still heart, and it bursts into ash and fades away, blows away.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice. I was literally going to pick this thing up and take it through the exit ladder that you said.
Drag it to the sunlight
Just,
like
throw it out
Hawkeye.
in the sun.
Throw it in the sun. Yeah.
Yeah, you just yeet this motherfucker out into some UV light.
Just like Hawkeye, the sun is in your
Now
hands
we're
for
all
the
covered
DS.
in vampire ash.
The ghost,
Yeah.
the ghost,
best
laughs
game ever.
again as the vampire is destroyed. And looking at the ghost now, Holly and Roland, especially because you're right next to it, you see it looks like the corpse that it was feeding on. And then it's gonna life drain you, Holly.
Oh no.
12 misses you.
The
actually.
ghost is gonna do this? We just avenged you, you asshole.
It does. Well, I also have the cloak of protection on.
So a 12 meets your AC, right? Do you have the cloak of protection equipped?
Yes, she does.
Yeah.
Well,
Is your AC
does
only
roll
11?
20 know, or does
Yeah, it's 11.
well, it's 11 when she doesn't have mage armor cast, which she doesn't, I don't think.
I don't
Okay.
think
Well, if you have
should.
shield, you can deflect it. The spell shield.
Well, it doesn't appear. I think your AC should be 12 now with the cloak. I don't know why. It requires attunement. So, and
It does?
Yeah, the cloak of protection does, and you have you still have your charlatan's dice. So when you get a chance in the future, you can attune to the cloak. Right now, you can't use it that well. But yeah, okay. It's gonna zap you, Holly. You take 14 necrotic damage.
God.
And then I need a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, yeah. That's gonna be fun.
Your maximum HP is also reduced by 14.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Serious as a heart attack.
Fucking ghosts.
Guess what? Awesome, you're back to full health.
You ass.
How do I do that?
You just gotta take a short rest to attune to it.
Yeah, if you click your HP, your hit points in D&D Beyond, you'll see there's a max HP modifier. So
Yeah.
you just hit minus 14.
Oh, that's what you want to do. I thought you were trying to attune to the cloak.
Okay.
Awesome. And with that, Rolan, it's your turn.
This motherfucker, we avenge your ass, and then you want to try and life drain us. Okay, I'm gonna lay into this dude.
Yeah.
You lay into a ghost?
I got a magic stick. It's fine. We'll figure it out.
Why
If you
don't
step
you
around, you can flank them.
Oh,
Me
did I
and-
not click it?
Sure.
I guess I didn't click it. I think he's declared his intentions by life draining our friend here.
Yeah, 25 hits.
All right, 25. There's that one.
11 slashing damage
11.
from your magical glaive. Sure thing.
Mm-hmm. Second attack.
And that first hit looks like it bloodied it. The second
Natural
hit,
one.
that one misses.
Okay, and then bonus action, Polearm Master, swinging it on the back end.
That one hits.
Nice.
It's barely holding itself together now.
Okay.
Anything else you want to do?
It's not worth an action surge. Somebody else can do this.
Sprocket, you're up.
Yeah. All right. Let's launch some lightning at this fool. I don't want to burn a spell just yet, so let's take a shot. 19
hits.
Dope. D6. I'm gonna pump a second one in there
You
because.
destroy it.
Hey! Awesome.
The room goes quiet again. You all, you still had Pass Without Trace up. Fen never took any damage, so you never lost her concentration. Holly got a little fucked up, but the vampire in this house appears to be destroyed. Anything else you want to do here, or you want to hightail it out of here before they check in on the basement?
I think hightail it out.
Awesome.
We want to. Actually, can we do a quick look around, see if they're stashing any valuables down here, protected by the vampire?
Give me an investigation check. You know what? I have never used the DMG's random loot table. Do we want to take an opportunity to do that?
Sure.
Yeah, why not?
Fuck it, right?
Investigation.
Yes.
Oh boy, not my best. Awesome. Rolan just believes in doing the right thing. That's all.
All right.
Oh, mine didn't go through. Hold on.
Almost as good as me there,
Okay.
Roland.
So,
Yep. We're
Sprocket,
Boy Scouts there, Finn.
You find some cash. I rolled a 76 on the treasure table, which means there is you find 120 gold pieces worth of fine china sets and all sorts of bullshit. You find like several inlaid gold bronze elephant wall sconces. You find a really really lovely jade necklace, like just ornate jewelry, all sorts of stuff. So you just put 120 gold of random bullshit treasure.
Nope.
And
I just dump all the fine china into my armor with me. It'll be safe.
yeah. Alu, you got a 12. So we're going to give you a random magic item.
Mm.
You find
Cool.
number 41. You find a potion of healing.
I like a potion of healing.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'll take that.
Awesome. So yeah, you guys quickly tear the place apart. You find a potion of healing in one of the crates. You find 120 gold worth of treasure in another of the crates. What else are you doing here?
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Hightailing it out to the next.
Can we? Is there a broom? Can we sweep the ash over into a corner?
Yeah.
Throw it away.
You clean up
Oh,
as
snort
best
it.
as you can. Yeah.
Was there any potatoes down here, Cameron?
No, there are no
Potatoes?
potatoes. There are no potatoes down here.
Well,
Was
just
this-
ask for potatoes. If there were potatoes, I'd grab a potato and bring it back up to him.
How about them
You
potatoes?
did say he hit the ground like a sack of potatoes. To be fair.
Yeah, you find a journal and it says potatoes on it. Maybe the vampire spawn was named Potatoes.
That's awesome.
He's got a little journal entry every day. It's like, I got to suck the life out of another person today. It's so great being me. Yeah, so that was the Ghost House. I assume are you leaving through the trapdoor, or are you coming back into the front?
I would be curious as to like just open the trap, or not the trap door. The other exit, just to see where it ends up.
Yeah.
The trapdoor, it goes out to the street. It's like one of those
does
like
it?
cellar doors that go. So
Gotcha.
It
Okay.
seems like this is like the basement area where the vampire spawn could go out into the town to hunt at night, or they could bring it down blood from upstairs, kind of thing.
Gotcha. Okay.
Moving on to the next house.
Yeah, which one do you want to go to next?
Tesper, maybe?
Jeez. So that was just a
Sure.
vampire spawn, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We should stock up on steaks.
And holy water.
Well, there's a bunch of crates in this basement here.
Yeah. If you don't have to go straight to a next house, do you want to go out and find like a place and buy some holy water?
Yeah, I feel like that might come in handy.
Holy water, can't you just bottle it from the...
It requires a special ritual and a blessing. Like, certain people can create it. If you have, I believe, a cleric, they can create it, but none of you all are clerics. Yet, Alu, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, let's go to the Temple of Aegon and get some blessed holy water to throw on him and increase your reputation, how Aegon drove out the vampire scourge.
If I actually get to be a cleric, will it increase my plus?
St. Aedon's Day, where they chased out the vamps.
Yeah.
Well,
So sad.
what did you say, Alu? Will it increase what?
My +1 to my religion check, because my religion check is so sad.
I'm pretty sure it does. Like, when you multiclass, you gain another proficiency or something. Multiclassing rules are
Sometimes.
a little odd, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But yeah, you're gonna go look for whatever the Temple of Aeodon is.
Yep.
Yeah, give me
Water.
you gave me a religion check earlier. I think this doesn't require a check. Alu, if you are leading the way, I think Aeodon himself, kind of the rat baby, guides you a little bit. You
Nice.
find yourself heading south towards what you know of as the dock wards.
Sweet.
and eventually you get to the the little were-rat house under the wharf, where like 100 years ago you kind of you stole some artists' works, but then you left a pile of gold and you left a little shrine to Aodon. And like Aodon, like you see and interacting with the people, like these are thieves, these are the downtrodden.
Aodon is a man, a god for the people.
Yeah, exactly, exactly, a god of the people.
Like
and, and you see people come in and like there's different, right, there's all sorts of different gods. For example, there's Lathander, who is like the god of the sun and the harvest, and people go to Lathander and they ask for blessings and good fortunes in like the coming harvest season, that sort of thing. There is Tymora, who's the goddess of luck. A gambler might go to Tymora before entering a house, that sort of thing. You find that what people go into Aodon's temple, and it's this small area. It's little more than an altar, really, but it's there and it's persistent. It doesn't have a cleric there. It seems that everyone kind of it's a communal job to take care of the altar. Everyone does their turns, that sort of thing.
Okay, I feel like that's chef's kiss. Everybody puts in, they're dedicated.
Yeah, and
other people.
And you find that people come to Aodon, and they leave a tithing, and they, like, you watch for a little while, and you find that they what they ask for is not good fortune or wealth or luck or anything like that. They ask for strength to do the right thing, to wisdom to know the right course of action. That sort of guidance is what people are asking for. You kind of you all come in and you observe for some time, and it's almost like a confessional, except they're not confessing to anyone, and they're not like trying to. Aodon's not about absolving sins or anything like that. It's more like, this is my problem. It's almost like a therapist session, but in the altar. And you find that the tithings and stuff, well, how long do you want to stay and like kind of observe the rituals and things for now?
I mean, Ollie could watch for a while because she's like super excited.
And I guess if everyone else is kind of, if you're hanging out and observing, you watch for, well, say like 2 hours, not too long. It's like noonish now or something. It's still sunlight.
That is a short rest, and Holly could attune to her cloak.
That's true, Holly. If you want to adjust your attunements, you got to get rid of something to attune to your cloak, but you can go ahead and do that. And Alu, you see that like it's more about the sense of community almost. It is someone coming in, they offer the tithing, they say their problem, and then they just get like a support and affirmation from whoever else happens to be there. That's kind of the interaction that you see. After a while, you see like children come in, like street urchins, basically. They come in and they someone opens up the tithing box and they take out what's been given and they distribute it amongst the kids, and then the kids leave, that sort of thing. That's the kind of behavior you're seeing at the altar.
Alu is legitimately doing a jig in her head. She's so excited. She's like, they're taking care of my street urchins. Check, because that's like one of her big things. They're taking care of the people. This is a positive religion. She's like stoked.
Awesome.
I'm stoked.
And you see, I mean, like I said, there's not a caretaker for the altar, so there's not a priest in residence. But you see like other people come in. You see someone comes in with on his chest is a necklace, and it's a symbol of the rising sun over a field of wheat, which is the symbol of the morning lord. So it's a priest for another religion, but you see that he also pays a tithe and does the same ritual as everyone else.
Cool.
When I see him do that, is that someone that I would identify as being able to also help us with some holy water?
Yeah, you can tell this is like a cleric.
So I think that on his way out, like she's not gonna accost him while he's at the altar, but like as he's exiting, she would hail him, be like, "May the fire of Aodon be with you, and can you help us?" And she'd also like respect his primary religion as well.
Yeah, and I mean, Faerun is a pantheon. It's like a Hellenistic religion where
Polytheistic.
Polytheistic. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, he listened to what you say, and you basically say you want holy water. He said, "Yeah, I can create holy water. It requires powdered silver, and some holy energy, but we also do have some for certain rituals and things." Do you tell him about essentially like we're trying to get rid of vampires?
Yeah, like would be
Yeah.
forthcoming.
So with that, I mean, I think normally the Church of Lathander would not super like give away holy water, but they'll give it to you at cost. So it would be one flask of holy water requires 25 gold to create. So that's what they'll say. If you pay the cost to create it, we can give you up to 10 flasks of holy water.
Alu can buy, you know,
Well,
or
how about let's make this easy? Can we? Can I just hand over the treasure that I got from the Ghost House, which is about 120? And be like, hey, can we get 5 holy waters exchange? I know it's not perfect, but we'll settle for 4 and give the rest as a donation.
No, he'll give you 5. Like full five gold pieces is not that big a deal, especially with the mission you have at hand. Yeah, you can get 5 flasks for the treasure that you have.
Cool. And I will hand everyone a holy water then.
great idea, Spev.
Yeah, it seemed like it worked pretty good. Thematic. Yeah. Oh yeah. Thank you.
Awesome. Anything else you want to do, or you want to go? The houses were Helmfast, House Tespers, and Haltmark Manor.
So we should add a holy water flask to our inventory.
Yes,
Yeah,
everyone gets a flask of holy water. Which
Do we need to attune?
No, it's not.
No.
It's an expendable item. Basically, in most cases, it doesn't do very much. But if you throw it at an undead or fiend and it hits them, it does 2d6 radiant damage. And certain undead and fiends, they have
Can't be fully killed without it.
Yeah, and certain like vampires, for example, they regenerate every turn their hit points. But if you hit them with a holy water or any sort of radiant damage, they cannot regenerate until the start of their next turn.
Yep.
So in fact, it's so useful. There was once an adventuring party who went to hunt Baron Strahd, the most famous vampire, and someone tried to sneak in a bathtub of holy water into the castle. It didn't work, but they tried.
It did not work.
Stopped at the gate. It's like so many gallons. I can't remember. We got right to the gate. They're like, yeah, you're leaving that outside.
Mm-hmm. A Trojan tub.
It's good effort.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Cool.
Awesome. So, which house did you say you wanted to go to next?
Did we have any connections with the other names?
No, not really.
No.
Cool. I guess flip a coin or go to whoever's closest.
If you're coming from Aodon's thing, I think the first thing you'd see along the way is the Helmfast estate.
Let's go there.
Yeah, that way no one's behind us.
Cameron, I was gonna ask if before we go in, can we take a little break?
Yeah, we can call this, and you all kind of roll up to the front of the Helmfast estate, and we can call this an episode. We'll finish out getting rid of these vampire spawns, wherever they may be, and figuring out what the connection is between Spev's ring and this time travel shenanigans on the next episode. Thanks for playing with us, everybody. Bye.
Bye. We love you.